Well, howdy doody there, huh? I'll get out of there. Hey, wow. Goodness gracious, what have I got myself into now on the paint project? Hey, good Wednesday morning, and the chaos begins, everybody. If you're watching my channel, you get that message. Look at this here. I got a 4-pack, 6-pack, 8-pack. All right, get on out there. Come on. Wow. Yeah, is it noisy? Yeah. Come on, pups. Come on, let's get out of here. Come on. Woo! We got is everybody present? I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, I think so. 2, 4, 6, 7. I don't know. Even for me. We got the 4 pups, right? Yep, we got the 4 pups and 4 big dogs. Wow. Hey, good Christmas Eve. Good morning there. Hope everybody's having a blessed Wednesday Christmas Eve morning as we get ready for the big day tomorrow, the big Christmas Day jam. Is that what it is? I'm trying to get out the front door and get the day going and just share with you the antics of the Iceman with all the dogs. Who would ever dream at the beginning of the year watching my channel that by the end of the year you'd witness the Iceman goes from having 5 dogs to 8 dogs. Yeah, who'd ever imagine that? Come on, let's go this way. You guys hungry? Hey, come on, hungry? Let's get this way. Here's a big F450. What a great truck. What a great truck. And, I mean, that truck is just so much fun, but it's so much money. I can own a second home for amount of money to pay for this damn thing. And so yesterday is the Tractor Supply. You know, in this world we live in, we all have the different look. We're different colors. We all have our uniqueness to us. And come on, Pops, let's go. Come on, hey. Come on. Hungry? Are you guys hungry? Sidey's making conversation. Come on, boys. Come on. Everybody's going, hey, come on. Stop it. Let's go. Come on. Hey, Prince. So those 2 down there. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. All right. I think they'll make their way over. But yeah, it was a Tractor Supply. And this black gentleman pulled up in an old minivan. And I was pulling it up to get propane for my camper, for my happy place. My camper. Here they come. The happy place. Yeah. My camper is my happy place. It really is. I love the camper, everybody. So many people out there think that I'm like I've been banned from the house. The wife won't let me sit in the house. You know, my wife has asked me numerous times to come back in the house. And I'm just like, I'm happy out here. She's like, good. If you're happy, then I'm happy too. So nothing going on there. But anyways, very nice older black gentleman holds up. And he goes, he's nodding his head like, wow, that F450 truck. He's like, that is one nice truck. And so, I don't know who this person is. He's pulled up next to my truck in the middle of the parking lot, rolled his window down. And so then I decided to get out of my truck because I got to go up to the Tractor Supply front side and get them to get a guy out back to, come on, pups, so I can get this routine going for you guys. Get the big dogs upstairs and not have the confrontation. So here you go. So, come on, pups. Come on, Will. Yeah, so the gentleman, very nice man. But here's the thing. When I started talking to him, you could tell something had happened to him. The only reason I'm talking this story this morning is because this gentleman told me he just had a stroke. And he used to have a lot of things. He's like, I used to have that stuff. Let's get see this here. This is where it's classic. Can I get in there, buddy? I can't get in there with you doing that. Okay, let me do that. Let me do this here. All right, hold on. There's a surprise. There you go. There's that. Wait, you got the wrong one, buddy. You got the wrong one. Here, you just spilt it everywhere. That's the chaos. The chaos begins, everybody. Told you. Hey, stop it. Don't do that. All right. So, it's incredible how much these dogs, you feed them, and how much, like my brother said, it's amazing how a dog can eat a little bit of food and then shit a pound, which is and they shit all the time. But the good news is these dogs definitely are slowing down on the bathroom challenges because it's very challenging. Down there in Florida, it was extremely challenging. But anyways, the whole point there of this conversation is for me is I was just taken back, man coming up to my vehicle and complimenting how beautiful that vehicle is and relating his own personal story about how he used to have so many nice things, but then he lost it all because of his heart attack and his poor health conditions. And so he was such a coolest guy. And we're talking and all. And he said to me, you wait for me here, be here a year from now. I'll be back. And I'm going to have what you have. I was like, wow, that is so cool, man. And I said, hey, man, that's awesome. I said, we all love each other. It doesn't matter what we look like. We really do. But the media wants to change all that. And I said, hey, man, God bless. And I do hope and pray for the best for your recovery. So just kind of like for me, I've got challenges in life that always require, it's always about the money, as everybody knows. And the challenge with that is, how do you handle the circumstances when the money isn't where you want it to be and you're challenged? And I've always have said the personalities always come to be, the true personalities start to show in life when the money stops flowing, then the anger starts growing. Have you ever noticed that? So I kind of keep the dogs there so I can just kind of walk around here, even though I regret it because my hands are going to freeze. I didn't grab my gloves. But it's not too bad. It's going to be kind of warming up. We were supposed to have an ice, a rain, some ice, black, whatever you call it. But it hasn't done it, thank goodness, because anybody ever driven on ice on the roads, it's no fun. So here we are on the property, and, who would imagine with me, I can still remember January this past year telling everybody on my YouTube channel, it's not going to be the same year as it has been from 2020. If you go to look at the history of my channel, I really started showing my channel in 2020. And it goes 2020, 2021, so it's 21, 2, 3, 4. So basically 5 years. It's hard for me to even believe that. But 5 years of you looking at the antics of me taking the beginning of the year and then going out and being crazy and wild and buying tons of cars and trucks and motorcycles and tractors and SUVs and blah, 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 blah. And so beginning this January, this past year, I really was adamant about, it's just not going to be the same year for me. Not meaning that I would get myself in the predicament that I've got myself into. And I really felt that it wouldn't be the year just going out and buying so many cars and trucks and motorcycles. But yet, by mid-year, what was going on? I'd already gone down the same path of just buying way too many cars and trucks and motorcycles. One of my subscribers said, you need to hire a lawyer and just sue these finance companies for allowing them to get you into your dire straits. Yeah, that won't go anywhere. I can't see how any judge is going to look at me in life and go, oh, you poor guy. This guy goes out and abuses the situation of buying things on credit, and he collects way too many things, and now the guy's gotten himself in over his head. And now, as a judge, he wants me to tell these finance people to go pound sand because of his mistakes and how he manages his money. So it's like, yeah, I just can't see how it's going to go anywhere. I just like, well, yeah. And even for me, would I do that? I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't. You're going to sell your soul? I mean, sincerely, I would. I mean, hey, I've made the mistakes. I really thought that between my business and YouTube, I would make more money and some things would play out better than I thought they would. But to no avail, they haven't. And so it's my own doing. And for me to sit here and cry and, cry the blues and woes me is wrong. It's my problem. And I'm not expecting anybody else here to resolve my problems, which I've gotten myself into before. And you just get through them. And that's what I was thinking about this gentleman yesterday that I'm at Tractor Supply was, there's a perfect example in life. We all get so caught up in our financial times, our business, our life, relationships, but and then in a stroke of a second, you have a massive heart attack and it changes your physical capabilities, or even maybe a massive heart attack, or you're dead. And we just all take so for granted things that we have, and you just never step back and think, wow, And I'm sure that gentleman there would tell you all day long, just to be alive and to continue having another chance in life to come back and bring back the material things that he lost, he'll take that all day long versus dying, which that's what, sadly, seems to happen as we progress in this world and as we get older and blah, blah, blah. So now, here's the challenge. I'm letting these dogs walk around. Do I do that? Yesterday, I didn't do that. And last night, my daughter and I there's a fox. There's a fox that's around this area. So once it kind of gets a little darker, we're not letting these dogs run around by themselves. So last night we were out and we decided to go play some pool inside the house for a change. And we got the leashes out, and I was like, wow, isn't that a great idea? Let's just get the leashes out and let the dogs be on leashes so they can't run away. And Julia's done a good job of just getting the little ones on leashes, and they really do behave on leashes. So I was telling Julia, it's like, man, the better thing to do is for us to walk around the property with them on a leash to really get them leash trained versus just sitting here and trying to get them to follow us around as they just run amok. Then I'm yelling and screaming the whole time for these dogs to come back as I'm making a YouTube channel. Look at the Dark Horse. The Whipple horse, barely even drive that thing. That's probably one of the first cars I've ever owned, and I really haven't even driven the car. That car doesn't even have 1,000 miles on it, and it's over a year old. Here's the Kirby truck, which, yeah, that just sits here. All the vehicles just are sitting here. So I was thinking to myself this morning, how many vehicles did I go through this year? And sadly, how many vehicles have disappeared this year as well? This will be a first, though. So for me, you're now going a good 15 years. 2008 was the last time I went through a financial havoc in my life. And so going to 2008, so 10, 18, so it's 10 years, and then so 16 years. So I've had a 16-year run of going out and buying cars and trucks and motorcycles and having lots of things, but not at this level. Not this level until the YouTube channel kind of, and what my wife says all the time is, it fed the addictions of your problems of buying cars and trucks and motorcycles, because I thought that would grow my channel and it would create more antics and entertainment to the others that watch my videos, and my channel would turn into a 50,000, 100,000 subscriber base, and I'd be making 10, 20 grand a month down the road from just people following my channel. And this guy constantly goes out and buys yet another car, another truck, another motorcycle, but he does give us an overview of what he thinks is good and not so good. And I really thought that would really kind of grab hold, and I'd have that that rocket, you get to certain subscribers, like 10,000 subscribers, and then you start to really get to 15, 20, then you go to 30, 40, and just, wow, I was just really taken back, because a year ago, if you look at my channel a year ago, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I was really excited, and I was even mailing money out to people and mailing out my Ice Age TV stickers, and I was so excited about the channel growing, and I really felt like, well, this turned into a 20,000, 30,000 subscriber channel, and now I'm really getting exposed and exposure. But it's what so many will say to me, which I don't disagree, is it's the morning conversations that probably start to have an impact on your channel. I've heard this many times from other people watching my channel. It's that, you started exposing yourself of your political views, religious views, the way you look at life, and that turned off a lot of people. And I probably actually hurt your algorithms. And then I heard also is you're just too all over the place of your channel. Now you got the dogs. Now your channel, anybody that subscribes to your channel at this point will be like, well, I thought this guy was the car nut, the motorcycle nut, the truck nut. This guy goes out and buys stuff all the time, but yet all I've seen in this guy's channel now for the last month is dogs, his puppies, with the exception of the Chevy Blazer that we picked up here over a month ago. But other than that, then somebody'd be like, I just don't get it. This guy's Ice Age TV channel, it doesn't really, it's not what it's not what people told me it was going to be. It's the guy's just showing me family time in Florida and a little bit of motorcycle time, but mostly the guy now just talks about his German Shepherd puppies, and he's showing me his interior decorating of his home. So the point of that is, many people will say that your channel, for the algorithms, it just doesn't flow, because you're just in two different, you're just all over the place on your content, and you're better off making just far less videos and just being focused on the basics of one thing or two things, and that'll get more people to follow you on a regular basis. And I don't disagree with that. But then for who I am in life, I just say this all the time. For all the video content that I've made on my channel, it's a trove of the history of who I am and what I've done. And I don't think you're going to find anybody else on the social media that's not a gazillionaire that's done what I've done in 5 years of the cars. I'm sure I've bought 200 or 300 cars in the last, I think it's four years, because it's 2020. And then I took a whole time out in the summer of 2020 because of all of the madness going on in our country over the George Floyd, the separation of the police, and the separation of the white versus the black. And I just totally disappeared on my channel. If you really went back to 2020, you'd see that I kind of just disappeared, because I didn't feel good about sharing me as a white guy having all these cars and trucks and motorcycles, and then it's just thrown in the face of those that don't have any of that. And I just really truly felt like, wow, for somebody out there, they're going to be like, gee, buddy, it just reinforces how you're privileged and most other people are not. And so I just like, you know what, I'm out. I'm just not into sharing all the addictions I have of buying cars and trucks and motorcycles, because what that resonates to others is when you have a nice truck, a nice car, that you have money, that you're rich. And that's what people think that watch my channel, is this is a rich ass guy that just has way too much money and he just spends it foolishly. But the reality is, for those who really watch my channel, they see that that's not factual. It's really a guy that just has leveraged himself by borrowing money from so many car companies, motorcycle companies, and the list goes on and on and on. And the real deal is, this guy just has obligations that now even he is showing to us on how he can't even stay on top of his obligations because he doesn't have the cash flow to pay for it. So there you go. And that's really what's played out this past year. My channel was from a year ago, thinking this channel would blast off and the heyday of me really starting to come into money in social media would play out, to the total opposite of you witnessed me from going from incredible success through the eyes of you watching me to the incredible failures of how I have failed. Yeah, that's what I mean. Can you accept that you failed and then you're looked at as a failure? But I've failed numerous times in my life, and I've been able to pick the pieces back up and get things going again. But I always have thought that I would hit it bigger than I've ever hit yet. So I still haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish. But do I at this age in life, to drive? And here is the pool that's really frozen over. Now, let's go ice skating on it, right? Can you go ice skating on it? That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, it'd be cool to put something on here and shoot it across. Yeah, so there's, here's the thing. The key components to this is this here. If these don't break, if these lines don't break, and the pump doesn't break, if it doesn't expand enough, then this thing should be okay, really. I really shouldn't have to worry about this thing being not usable when spring comes. So there you are, everybody. That's kind of it. Hands are freezing. I got to get the day going. And walking the dogs around, it's all yelling, screaming, and I'm not up for it. So I got to get going. And you'll see more video of the dogs and puppies and everybody else. And the thing is, you bring them out here, and only a few will piss and crap, and they'll just wait to get back in the barn to piss and crap. So I'm not up for that. So hey, everybody, I appreciate everybody watching my channel, and I hope everybody has a blessed Christmas Eve. And then tomorrow's the big Christmas day, and I'm sure you'll see more video of me today as we continue on the house project of wanting to get my wife this all nice and looking pretty for my wife. So when she comes back home, that'll be a gift to her from me, where the daughter and I have gone on our way to start getting this house kind of back in order and get my focal point back on my house, because the car days and the motorcycle days, those adventures are over. I mean, it really is. Anybody here thinks I'm making this up? Nah, it's over. So buying stuff, and it's a good thing in many ways. So it isn't anything to cry about. So I've got more than plenty sitting to last me many, many lifetimes. So hey, everybody, thanks so much for watching my channel. Hope everybody has a blessed Christmas Eve. And once again, stay tuned for more adventures at Ice Age TV. God bless.